What's up? What's up, everybody in America? All of my fans, all the Cowboy fans, people who just want to know, people who just don't care. Let's get it right. There are some people who still keep up with the NFL. But this is something that I knew was coming. I just didn't know if they was going to pull the trigger. I knew Dez wouldn't take a pay cut. And the Dallas Cowboys have cut off something they should have gotten rid of. Dez Bryant had one hot year in 2014. He got hurt, and he was never the same again, but he was a limited receiver. He tells Cowboy Nation, hey, it wasn't my fault. I love y'all. What's up? Anton, that's all you say every time. Watch him go to Philly. That's the most interesting thing. Where would Dez go? Is Dez Bryant still a receiver that's worth the type of money he's thinking or believing that he's worth? That's the bigger question. He blamed the media for saying the media was out to get him, which they wasn't. Calvin, come on. You know what I did, Calvin? I told YouTube you wasn't getting your notification and that you clicked all instead of occasional. They was basically trying to say you was a liar. That you wasn't getting notification. Well, send them to me in the message. Take a screenshot of your notification bell and send it over. Cause it seems like you got this notification. I put you and Charles Brown in there. That's the biggest question. Normally when people leave Dallas, they go to the Chicago Bears. That's where they end up. They end up a Chicago Bear. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, send it to me, Calvin. He'll be a Chicago Bear in no time. Doing the same stuff he was doing in Dallas. Arguing with the coaches on the sideline. Coming in late to practice. Dropping passes. Blaming the quarterback that he ain't getting the ball. And then when they target him, he's dropping it. He's not making the plays. He don't have breakaway speed. And there's too many younger guys who could do what he could do and a lot better. So he becomes a third down possession receiver. But when you can't catch the ball, unless you're facing facing him, it's like, what good are you? And then when you get analyzed the way he was analyzed, you were getting analyzed by Hall of Fame receivers. Chris Carter is a Hall of Fame receiver. Shannon Sharp is a Hall of Fame receiver. Do you realize that what they were doing, instead of fighting with them, you should have said, well, dang, they didn't just say Dez Bryant sucked, which they could have, and been correct. What they did, do the tight ends catch the ball? Yeah, they receivers, bro. And Shannon Sharp played wide receiver before he went to tight end. But that's neither here nor there. Shannon Sharp ran routes. He knew the routes that Dez was running, and he would only run a couple of routes. That's it. His mechanics at the line was pointed out. He don't make himself small to the defender. He gets jammed up all the time the way he runs. He has no moves, no techniques at the line to keep him from getting jammed. He doesn't know what to do. So they don't know if it's the coaches or they don't know if it's Dez Bryant. And then you look at somebody that can get free down in Arizona named Larry Fitzgerald, who know how to get skinny on the sideline, on the line, so that he can still make moves to get open. So you telling me Larry Fitzgerald can get open and Dez Bryant can't? Getting open is about timing, positioning, leverage, knowing little tricks that can get you someplace when you don't have your speed no more. When you don't have Larry's playing the slot. Of course he's playing the slot now. That's the thing. Dez has been moved in a slot before, and he still can't get off the line. Getting off the line is getting off the line. Don't you understand? He still has techniques to get off the line. Dez went outside. He was in the slot once, but he don't know the right. He was just there as a decoy because Dez don't know how to run those routes. And as a wide receiver, you need to know as many routes as humanly possible. Dez Bryant runs about 2 routes. Now, Randy Moss knows every route. He knows every defensive lineup. He knew everything that was happening on the field. They created lineups for him, but he's not Randy Moss. He wasn't born with all those physical gifts. Randy job, so Randy ran 2 routes. That's all you need, because they couldn't stop Randy. He wasn't a go route runner. He was a Randy route runner. He reinvented that position. He was so fast they put a safety on top of the safety, which opened up the field. It's people who got $1 million contracts because of Randy Moss. People who really sucked as a wide receiver, they got jobs. If he was hurt. I mean, if he was healthy, he would have had a 1,000-yard season. This dude dropped the ball so much, he would have had a 1,000-yard season had he just held on to the damn ball. He might not have been hurt had he been in football shape. But he let himself get out of shape in the offseason, then tried to work himself into shape coming into camp. Because he wanted to hold out for a negotiation with his contract. So he had Rock Nation come in and negotiate his contract. Came in late to camp, and then he ended up getting hurt that season, and it has hindered him. And he wasn't that good to begin with. And people were like, no, we need this. I'm like, yo, you don't. Hey, Daz, how you get fired on your day off? You gotta be some damn fool to get fired on your day off. You might as well get high. Happy Friday the 13th, brother. Happy Friday the 13th. Thanks, young Marlo. Dez was never fast at no time. They did Dez dirty. What, you want him to remain a cow? See, that's why the Cowboys lose every year. Y'all won like 2 playoff games in 20 years. Hell, it's been over 20 years. The last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, Biggie and Tupac was alive. Hey, Sean Green, did you select all when you hit that notification bell? Because if you didn't, they ain't going to probably send you the notification. All right, well, take a screenshot of it and send it to me in my message on YouTube. Because, see, they don't believe me. They think I'm lying. I'm like, dog, how could you look and think I'm lying? I know people not getting their notification. Uh-oh. Dez's body is broken down? No, Dez broke down. Mentally. He arguing with people that's retired. Retired Hall of Famers. You arguing with them. Man, every day it seems like they dogging me on the show. Why don't you listen? You could have came on the show and explained yourself if you felt so strong about it. Antonio Brown, they was dogging him. He went on the show. Different mental mind states. You know, it hurt because they was telling the truth. They broke him down from a football perspective. They didn't just say, man, look at him. Look at Dez. Well, he dropped the ball, man. Why Dez dropped the ball? They say you was dropping the ball because you weren't holding your hands in the right position to catch the ball. Sorry about that. They said, Dez, you weren't holding the ball in the right position to catch the ball in the first place. They were right. They said you was running the route. You weren't doing anything to protect the quarterback. You kept looking back before it was time for you to look back, which would let the cornerback who was guarding you know the ball was coming in your direction. So now the cornerback is looking back. They teach you in football when you run routes, don't turn your head until you know the ball is supposed to be there on the timing route. If you turn your head too early, you key the defender to look towards the quarterback and look for the ball. Dez made that mistake often. That's why when passes got thrown his way, it would end up getting picked off and knocked down because the defender knew the ball was coming. You're supposed to turn your head at the last second so the guy could turn around. All of these are football decisions that Dez Bryant seemed to not understand. He allowed himself to get jammed up at the line of scrimmage. He didn't know how to make his body skinny at the line of scrimmage so that the defender had to move his hips on the line to prevent defenders from jamming him up so he can get free, swindling with his arms. Dez lacked a lot of fundamentals as a wide receiver. And Chris Carter, who a Hall of Famer, knew it. Shannon Sharp knew it. It was quarterbacks that knew it. So when they were breaking down all of your flaws, it was from a professional football perspective. And instead of saying, man, those are the things I got to work on. If they can see that, I know what I got to do. But no, Dez want to come out and blame them. They not playing against you. So why are you blaming them, Dez? Where it says send feedback. Where it say messages on YouTube. Go in there and send me a message, and I'm going to check it out. Matter of fact, I'll send you probably a message. I'm going to go in there, see if I can find you and send you a message. And then I'm going to get Calvin again, and we're going to go from there. Making sure people get their notifications because YouTube is, they weird. So, matter of fact, just go to my Twitter account. All my videos pop up on Twitter. Right on my timeline. Yeah, nobody want to trade for Odell. Nobody is trying to trade for Odell. These owners are not excited about having a football player that might cause them problems, no matter what he does or brings to the field. What he gonna bring you? 2 touchdowns a game, maybe. Then he's gonna get hurt. So 1 down, 1 to go. Where will Dez go? That's the biggest thing. Tell you the truth, he need to go to the Arizona Cardinals, where Larry Fitzgerald can work with him. Larry will work with him and get his mind right. He need to be with somebody with veteran leadership. He needs that. He's not ready to be a number 1. He's not a number 1. He needs to have somebody with some type of stability that can help him out and help him grow as a man. So he needs to go to Cardinals. He needs that veteran leadership, somebody that's going to talk to him in the right way. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna show you, Calvin. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you. First thing I want you to do is send them a screenshot of them with that picture where it says send feedback. I'm gonna show you. Right here. See that button right there? It says send feedback. Box will pop up right there. And it says need help, send feedback. You click send feedback. Bang. Then it automatically takes a screenshot. Then you will hit the button in the middle. Bang. Then hit the yellow. You can highlight certain things, put your message here, and tell them you're not getting it. And then they'll see the picture there. It'll pop up. I'm going to cancel this. Yeah, they tried to say you was lying, Charles. They said, man, he lying. Well, how do we know that they ain't lying? YouTube basically called y'all liars. I sent them everything. So you, Calvin, I'm gonna hit it up. I'm gonna hit y'all up as soon as this is over. In my message, in your YouTube Messenger, we'll take that up. They taking 2 days to process my live chats. It's just getting out of hand.